Panjshir, which is like the last remaining holdout controlled by the Northern Alliance forces, has fallen. There are disputed claims, but it appears that it finally Taliban has sort of captured Panjshir. First, the new strategy employed by the Taliban has definitely worked. Unlike in the 1990s, when the Northern Alliance were able to control the supply lines from Tajikistan to the Panjshir Valley, this time the Taliban captured the provinces to the north of Panjshir. As a result, they were able to surround the valley and to effectively cut off supply lines of arms, ammunition, fighters, food, and fuel to the resistance. Secondly, Pakistan helped the Taliban this time with arms, ammunition, and some reports suggest even fighter jets to outmaneuver the Northern Alliance forces. Now, this mobilization of Pakistan's air assets was a game changer because that created an asymmetry between the Taliban and the forces of the Northern Alliance and ultimately tilted the balance in the former's favor. We saw the ISI chief, Lieutenant General Faiz Hamid, in Kabul, and that was an indication of the key role that Rawalpindi, which houses the Pakistan military's headquarters, it played. Now, Iran has openly and publicly criticized the Pakistan military for foreign interference in the affairs of Afghans. The third takeaway is that the US and its allies have abandoned the Northern Alliance this time completely. I remember when Ahmed Shah Massoud, the legendary Lion of Panjshir and father of the young leader of the resistance, currently Ahmed Massoud, was commander of the anti-Taliban forces. Several among the international community had helped the Northern Alliance with men and material. Ahmed Shah Massoud was assassinated by Al-Qaeda about 20 years ago, just 2 days before the 9/11 attacks that shook the world and triggered the US-led war on terror. Now, in an opinion article in the Washington Post last month, the 32-year-old Ahmed Massoud had appealed to the US, Britain, and France to support his uprising by sending in arms. But no such support or supply came to them. The fourth key takeaway is that Ahmed is clearly not yet in the league of his father, who is considered among the greatest guerrilla fighters of the last century. With Ahmed Shah Massoud in charge, Panjshir became the graveyard of the Red Army, which was the Russians, the Soviet troops. And the Taliban, who followed the Soviets, could never capture the valley either. So Ahmed, who was educated at the elite Royal Military College at Sandhurst in Britain and at King's College, London, and he also earned a degree in war studies before returning to Afghanistan in 2016, is now learned to have escaped to Tajikistan as Taliban captured Panjshir. Along with Ahmed Massoud, who's Ahmed Shah Massoud's son, the mantle of resistance has passed to a long-time aide of the senior Masood, and his name is Amrullah Saleh, who's an uncompromising opponent of the Taliban and their mentor Pakistan. Saleh, if you remember, he declared himself acting president of Afghanistan after President Ashraf Ghani fled the country. And he is a former spy chief who has deep links with the CIA and almost every intelligence agency in the region and in the world, including the RNAW, which is the Indian intelligence agency. Now, many consider now that Saleh is the last man standing against the Taliban, who has made a tactical retreat to fight another day. And the fifth takeaway is that to the extent that the fall of Panjshir marks the success of the Taliban and the Pakistan military, it is a setback for India as well. Now, Delhi, which had earlier backed the Northern Alliance through funds and material, and as has been documented in Steve Cole's seminal book, Directorate S, appears to have taken a cue from the Americans and stepped back this time.